North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. NATO's origin and current purpose. NATO was founded in 1949 by the US, Canada, and other European countries. NATO was established for protection and security from the Soviet Union. Formed with the signing of the North Atlantic Treaty. NATO's founding members are after the USSR, NATO's purpose is now to establish peace, freedom, and security through political and military force. NATO's structure and leadership. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg coordinates the work of NATO, oversees international staff, chairs NATO and many committee meetings. NATO's Military Committee oversees all of NATO. Here you can see that the Military Committee oversees every single type of activity and action done by NATO. NATO's leaders. The leaders of NATO are the heads of office and state of NATO member countries, prime ministers, presidents, and chancellors alike. NATO's achievements. One of the major achievements of NATO, and one of the original ones, was the protection from the Soviet Union. From the start of NATO in 1949, NATO helped supply countries victim to Russian aggression with military aid to defend themselves. Up to the Soviets' fall in 1991, NATO helped stop the spread of communism by prepping member states possibly victim to Soviet invasion with military force to defend themselves. During the Kosovo War from 1998 to 1999, ethnic cleansing occurred in Yugoslavia against Albanians of Kosovo. NATO had an 11-week bombing on Yugoslavia to threaten the government to stop the ethnic cleansing. Though controversial, the act saved many Albanian lives. ISAF, International Security Assistance Force. War in Afghanistan against terror led by NATO from 2003 to 2014. Following the 9/11 attacks, NATO led the military action against the Taliban and Al-Qaeda from 2003 to 2014. Following the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in 2005, NATO members sent the US 189 tons of aid in help. Also, considering the fact that after the Afghanistan war, the Iraq war started, from 2003 to 2011, NATO led the Iraq operation, focusing NATO resources on training Iraqi security forces during the Iraq War. NATO's biggest failure. Undoubtedly, NATO's role in Afghanistan is the biggest failure of all. NATO's efforts started in 2003. They expanded to Iraq in 2003, too. Military participation from NATO halted in 2014. That means that there was 11 years of war. Afghanistan is still in conflict as of now. The Taliban and terror are still a threat. Not just that, but over 2,401 soldiers died and 31,000 innocent civilians died as of 2018. Future and current goals of NATO. Normalize foreign relations of the Kosovo. Overlook their security force. Strengthen Afghanistan force, government and presence. As of 2015, 16,000 troops help ensure terrorism doesn't grow. Help establish peace in the African Union. Help allies in the AU with air or sea force in any potential crisis or call for help.